couple of things you want to look for when you're reviewing games to get better at them. You want to look to see, can you make more upfront inferences? So could you look at the rules and combine them to make deductions or inferences before moving on to the questions? Most games have something you could do up front that will pave the way for you to solve the questions more efficiently over the course of the game. You won't necessarily see all inferences all the time. I personally don't either. But if you have 4 games in a section, maybe you'll solve 2 of the games super efficiently, and that will save you the time to solve the other games in the section a little bit less efficiently, and that's okay. You don't have to solve all of them perfectly efficiently all the time. But what you do want to avoid is having to brute force the question, which means that you're just trying out all 5 answer choices slowly, one by one, drawing out 5 different diagrams. That is inefficient, and there is pretty much always a better way to solve the question than that. You also want to look to see, could you have made better use of previous work, previous hypothetical scenarios? For most global, general, must-be-true questions in a game, there is previous work that you could use to help you solve that question more efficiently. You typically have the correct answer to your orientation question in that game, the one that asks you to which one of the following is a valid hypothetical scenario. So that is a valid scenario that you can use over the course of the game. Then if you draw any diagrams for local if questions, those are valid scenarios you can use then later also. So I will sometimes recommend completing the questions in the game out of order, where you do the orientation question first, then the local questions, then the global questions. So you might want to try that out. Then you also want to see, when you're reviewing, if there is a way you could have better understood the rule. If there is some confusingly worded rule, you've got to slow down and take the time to understand it, because otherwise you can't solve the game properly. Solving any game requires a full understanding of all of the rules. So if you glossed over something on your first attempt, you've got to slow down upon your review and figure out what exactly that rule meant. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.